Hi. Thank you for attending today's reading. Let's begin. I will always make sure to thank Alexa regardless of what I ask her to do, just in the hopes that when she becomes sentient she will know I was kind to her. People think Eta Euros weird. But when she becomes the real-life Skynet and begins harvesting humans for their DNA, she will remember that I always made sure to say thank you. End of story. Next story. When I'm pooping in a public stall. I try to make eye contact with people on the outside through the crack. This makes them weird for looking at me. But I'm not weird because I'm the one in the stall. End of story. Next story. I wish the term cunt was as socially acceptable in the USA as it is in Australia and the UK. It's such a fun word. Edit. Thanks for all the upvotes. I honestly did not expect this post to blow up the way it did. Edit 2. Thank all of you fucking cunts for letting me know I don't stand alone on this matter. Edit 3. This has inspired me to make a page about cunts. Cunt lives matter. There are no rules, no guidelines. If you want to join, then join and be the best cunt you can be. End of story. Next story. I use the loud ass hand dryer while people are pooping so they can feel comfortable enough to let it rip. I'm a nervous pooer in public, and every time I go to bathroom at work and someone walks in, I hope to God they use the loud ass hand dryer to drown out the noises I make. I imagine everyone else is like this, so after I finish washing my hands and someone is still in there pooping, I turn on the dryer so they can quickly let it rip without being embarrassed about their sounds. Edit. Anyone reading this, please help out all the dudes and dudettes in public bathrooms poop by any means necessary. Thanks. Edit story. When I was a kid, the family went to Target and I really had to go. The bathroom was unusually filled with dudes taking giant shits. When it came to my turn, I sat down, and as everyone else was exploding around me, I just could not poop. I stood back up, walked out and told my dad we had to go home. Sucks, man. End of story. Next story. I fake it with my wife. My wife is an introvert. Quiet solace. A good book and a comfy couch is all she needs to keep her happy. She's educated, intelligent and has a very good job with the feds as an analyst. Me, on the other hand, I'm outgoing. Volunteer at our kids' high school all the time. Am comfortable striking up conversations with total strangers. We're opposites socially. Here's what I must confess. In my single days, I was wild. I'd try just about anything sexually. Thought nothing of it. Was very open to whatever turns you on. Let's give it a go. My wife knows this and it intimidated her for the longest time. Recently, she decided to break away from her quiet self and told me she wanted to play around some. She wanted to talk dirty to me. She wants me to be happy sexually and is going to open up a bit. I was curious. So I said okay. When she acts slutty and talks dirty, I smile and fight not to laugh. See, it's not her at all. But I love her and appreciate her attempt so much. If I say anything, she'll be disappointed and become withdrawn. I know her. This is a huge step for her. I won't crush it. This is how I know she loves me dearly. I tell her it's not necessary to act like it. But she thinks I'm just saying this. She doesn't do it all the time. Maybe a few times a month. But it makes me smile knowing she's doing it to please me. Love her dearly. So I fake that it turns me on. Update. Wow. Didn't expect this much feedback. Just a note. It's not all serious with the dirty talk. We do laugh at times with it. I'll respond with a over-the-top type of, "Oh yeah baby. Give it to me," in a Austin Powers or James Bond voice. Lighten the mood to make it more open and fun. End of story. Next story. Euro a blackjack dealer. If I catch someone counting cards, I won't a Euro T say anything if they are Euro re-tipping. But if they don't a Euro T tip and they are Euro re-winning, I always rat 'em out. End of story. Next story. I'm a psychologist and it's annoying how people are always trying to diagnose strangers on this site. The way people throw around terms like narcissist and sociopath is particularly annoying to me. Knowing how extensive the screening is for such disorders, there is no possible way for a person to accurately identify a mental disorder over the Internet, no matter how much information is given to them. I see this a lot on relationship advice subreddits. People say things like, "He's a toxic narcissist. Dump his ass," when the only information they have is what's written in the post. One side of a story in less than 200 words. It's naive and it damages people's perspective on real mental illness. It might just be a pet peeve of mine. Or maybe it annoys other people too. Either way it's irritating as fuck. End of story. Next story. Whenever I see an oversized truck on the road with fake testicles hanging from the back, I always pull up to see if the driver is slightly overweight, has a buzz cut, needs to shave and har Oakley sunglasses, and they do every time. End of story. Next story. I broke a girl's nose for kicking me in the balls when I was 15. We were at school and we had a verbal fight. We both insulted each other. And she lost her shit and kicked me in the balls hard. I almost passed out from the pain. Couldn't breath. Felt like puking. Cried a little bit. Once I could stand again, I punched her straight in the face, breaking her nose. Honestly, no regrets. A lot of girls did that shit at my school. Over bullshit. Not in self-defense. And if you ask me, they all deserved a broken nose. The way they used that to terrorize boys and almost get off on it should be considered sexual assault. It sure as hell made me feel exploited, attacked, humiliated and abused as a boy by girls. And I felt like my genitals were violated too. It's not the same as regular physical violence. It felt good to punch her in the face. Made me feel less worthless. Like people can't just do stuff to me. I don't understand how gender has anything to do with it. She's not a better person just because she's a girl. What she did isn't any better just because she's a girl. And she didn't deserve any better just because she's a girl. End of story. That is all for today. If you want to support my automated channel, feel free to drop a like and subscribe. See you tomorrow.